Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hello, just another Disner. Frankie, how are you? Sorry about that. I've been trying to connect the YouTube into the Streamlabs going that way by scheduling a thing, and it doesn't seem to work for me that often. So, sorry about that. I don't know if I'll get too many people anyway. I know it's a Friday night, and I know Resort TV 1's on, and plus just it being a general Friday night. Thank you, Frankie. Yeah, I was just going to be talking about. I do see. I've been doing pretty good. Just kind of a long day at work. It's like one of those things where, you get up and you're just like, okay, same stuff, going through the routine. But the day ended. It's going to be the weekend. So that'll be really nice about that. Any good plans for you, or is the weather up there not going to be good for the weekend? I think here in Pittsburgh it's like a mixed bag, kind of rainish, and it's just whatever. Hello, Monarch Moments. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I do appreciate it. Oh wow, that'll be nice. I did see somebody advertising Disney on Ice, so that'll be fun. I haven't been to the show in a while. I know. I think it was 2 years ago. I had won tickets through one of the radio shows, and they had tickets for a night that I knew I couldn't go to, but yeah, so I offered them free, and the grandmother of my nephew and niece asked if she could have them, and I gave them to them because I just kind of forgot about it. I knew a couple families that, boy, getting those tickets free, it would have been a nice thing to do. So I haven't been to the actual Disney on Ice in a while. I'll have to check it out if it comes here to Pittsburgh. I'm surprised it isn't going on because usually when the Pens are out of town and stuff, and I haven't really seen it advertised. So I'll have to take a look and see. They used to do a lot of those different shows. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think there's some that were Frozen themed. They're then one with characters, different characters, and everything like that. But I'm not sure, like with all of you, because I'm not, I know Monarch Moments is out in Disneyland, and I'm here on the East Coast, and my park is Walt Disney World. But they had announced, and I'd seen an announcement that starting February, I believe 16th, they'll be taking fast pass. Well, they're taking them now for anybody who's traveling to Walt Disney World for Smuggler's Run. They're going to have fast passes available. I've seen various people posting that. I'm not surprised. I mean, they have the fast pass line. Probably a little, somewhat mixed feelings on that. I mean, I love the fast pass system, but now you just put that ride where it was constantly moving just in the regular standby line, and now you're going to add fast passes. Hello, Juan Rodriguez. Thank you for joining. So I just have a mixed bag because I always wonder, well, what's a good, it'll be nice. You'll be able to. The one thing that they're gonna do is they'll tier it with Slinky Dog Dash. So tier one, you'll have a choice of either, if you can get it, Slinky Dog Dash, or the Smuggler's Run. Okay, yeah, I figured you haven't been there yet to the Galaxy's Edge and Juan and Monarch Moments. Um, they've been to the Disneyland, and I know Monarch Moments got to go to the Walt Disney World one and walk around. I don't know if they did Smuggler's Run when they were there. I mean, I know it does give you a chance. And one thing with the fast passes, versus doing the boarding pass system that they have in place for Rise of the Resistance. And I also heard a rumor that they possibly will do that with the Runaway Railroad ride, doing boarding passes because of the way the system is. It's a trackless system, and if it breaks down, they have to reset the whole ride and everything. I was just reading and listening to other people who report stuff. So, yeah, I'll tell you what, it's pretty incredible. It's like walking into a movie set, a whole nother area. Um, and most of the time, the cast members are in another planet type of character. So, they'll, like your cell phone, they're like, what is that? Is that how you communicate back to Earth? They talk about, how much something is. It's instead of $10, it's 10 credits. So, and one of the things that a FastPass has, so its advantage is, so say you're flying in on a Thursday and, you really want to go check out Galaxy's Edge that evening or something, you'll possibly still be able to get a FastPass if you plan out your trip, if you're staying on property 60 days out, and if you're not staying on property 30 days out. So you'll still be able to yes. And you'll still be able to get a chance to ride Smuggler's Run on the day that you arrive, or Rise of the Resistance. If you're not there at 7 a.m., you're pretty much out of luck. I was listening to different people also say, and I probably kind of agree, like, before they started where everybody who's in the park at 7 a.m. Can get on their phones, get the boarding passes, and they're gone within a minute or two from 7 o'clock, where whenever they had the other way where when you showed up at the park and they let you in, it seemed like the boarding passes lasted longer. Because I know there was times that I knew the park was going to open at 6 a.m. and I wanted to get up at 5 a.m. and start getting moving so I could be there by 6 a.m. And sometimes I would arrive a little bit later or after that, and they still had boarding passes till like 7:30, 8 o'clock sometimes, depending on how busy the park was when I was there. And I actually was there over opening weekend, so yes, I did see that Monarch Moments, Garrett, that they were having more issues with the Rise of the Resistance on the West Coast. Yes, I know the one morning, I think they tried to do that where the very first morning it was an extra magic hour for resort guests, and I got there at 6 a.m. and they told everybody, well, we're not going to open up the FastPass system till I think it was like 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I was actually in another area, and I was able to get right on it right away when they made the announcement and got a boarding pass. But I wasn't actually hanging out there since it was Extra Magic Mornings. I was in Toy Story Land and was in an area where I was able to grab that. So it was just easier. But yeah, that's the thing, because I've also watched different people say, go to different areas around there to find the best coverage of the Wi-Fi of Disney. I seen a video that Tim Tracker did where he was standing up by that Crossroads building, and he found that was the best area. But the one thing you have to remember is some of the people thought when it was 7 o'clock, they were already in the app and they were trying to get in. but then they needed to get totally out of the app and to go right in. So then they ended up with later fast passes because all they were trying to do was refresh. But when they went out and came back in, then they were able to get their boarding passes. So when you get there and get through the gates, just hurry up, open up your My Disney app and pick that page and hit yourself the boarding passes. Oh, okay. I didn't know if you at Disneyland if you had to be in the park or not. I know at Hollywood Studios you had to be in the park. Oh, okay. You have to go in the park and then go out. Okay. That's probably a good idea for something like that. I don't know if that would work at Hollywood Studios. I haven't heard anybody try that, but I don't think you would want to waste too much time. Frankie, yes, I have been to Disneyland, but it was way back in probably the late 90s, I believe. Um, so it was just the one park, Disneyland, and I I think shortly after that they started building the California Adventure and really changing the whole area there. So it was just Disneyland. It was a December. I was in Las Vegas and I decided to I was gonna drive over and I thought why not, and I found a really cheap flight to LA, so I took booked it for early morning and then booked it for late at night, and so and it was kind of like a December day, and it felt strange to me because I was used to the grandness of the castle and stuff, but it was practically empty because it was kind of like a semi chilly day, but not chilly. But then it started drizzling and stuff, and I pretty much walked on most of the rides at Disneyland parks. They did not have California Adventure at all, not even the first version around. But yes, I would love to get back out there since they really upgraded everything and check it all out, especially when you see all the various Cars Land. They're going to have Marvel University or the Marvel Campus and everything like that. Yeah, the holidays. Hello, Mickey Sightings. Thank you for joining. I wasn't ignoring you. I did see that you came in. But yeah, it does look awesome, Monarch Moments. I've seen like some other streamers who have flown out there and were out there for Halloween. They've been out there for, they even went to Hollywood Studios for their Halloween Horror Nights out there. It's a little bit different how they handle things. There, they were able to film in the houses. The Universal in Orlando doesn't allow you to do that unless you're one of the media and you go on media day. Looking forward to the Marvel Land opening this summer. Yeah, it looks like it'd be awesome. The Marvel Land there. So hopefully one of these days I'll get out there. Yes, Cars Land looks awesome. Um, so there's a lot I'd love to go see there. What favorite holidays or what Disney movie is everyone looking forward to most this year? That Onward looks really cute. Um, Usually, yeah, I would probably say that the Soul one looked really neat too. So, I went to see Frozen again the other day. Frozen 2. I saw it when it first came out, and I really wasn't sure, and it really wasn't like, And so then I decided I would go back and see it again, and I enjoyed it a little bit more than what I did the first time, but and and you notice different things and everything like that. But they did have different previews, and they did show Soul. I've seen the Onward one a couple times, and they did have Mulan, and I can't remember, there was a couple other ones that they have. Yes, I'm kind of looking forward to see how the Jungle Cruise movie will be. I'll go see him anyway. Usually, the movies, but that Onward and Soul look fairly interesting, so I'll end up seeing them. Oh, okay, Kristoff's song there, but you know, um, yeah, the one thing like I don't know what a lot of your opinions are on fast passes, especially some of the local people that live in Florida and decide. I don't know how soon you could actually, you think you may go that weekend. Can you book a fast pass anyway, like 2 or 3 weeks before, to make sure that you have fast passes before you actually show up on the weekend that you think about going? Um, I don't even know. I don't know what the words are, unfortunately. Sorry, Garrett. In fact, um, that's the only problem for me. That Frozen had a lot of little songs that there wasn't like a big hit like the Let It Go type of songs, but yeah. No, unfortunately, I can't even think of the song. So sorry. Frankie's the one that liked that song. Oh, she didn't like it. Into the Unknown. Yeah, that was probably the big one for it, but there were still a lot of little ones. Like Olaf had a cute song. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember bits and parts, but I don't remember the words to songs and stuff unless it's something that's real big. I probably remember more Lion King songs than I do um, Frozen and everything. Hello, Lena from Paper Scissors Vacations. Oh my, thank you for joining. We were just talking about fast passes, and I was talking about how Smuggler's Run is now in the fast pass system for anybody who has a trip booked from, I believe, February 16th and on. It's actually going to be a one tier along with Slinky Dog Dash, and then I guess all the other rides will be in the tier two, which kind of makes it a little bit nice than just okay, February 19th and forward. Yes. Which kind of makes it nice because now you don't have to go, well, if I do Toy Story Mania, I don't really get to get a Tower of Terror Fast Pass, at least until you use your three, I believe. But I've never been able to get another tier one even after I use my three because they're either gone or I just never were able to get it. Um, I did see not the Simba one, but I did see a bucket where it was like a drum for the Animal Kingdom Park, and the Millennium Falcon one looked really cool. But I don't know why. Um, I think somebody had said originally they were gonna do fries in it, but I would never probably put popcorn in it because it's awkward. I don't know how could you even get your hand down into that thin. It looks thin, but maybe it is bigger than just sticking your hand into there. But I don't think I would ever put popcorn into those buckets anyway. The Skyliner one looks kind of nice because that seemed like I do have a popcorn bucket. I should have grabbed it out of my suitcase, but I just got the one where it's a normal one, but I got it at Hollywood Studios, and I went to a booth that didn't have the holiday type of one, but they had Star Wars on there. Yeah, and I don't even know if they have that. Now, the booth that I went to did sell the Christmas tree and the Buffalo Plaid aliens from the Toy Story. And then they actually had the regular buckets that most normally you would bring back to the park with you versus bringing the Christmas tree or the Millennium Falcon or whatever to refill for the $2 or $3 it costs. But I have one that has the old time Star Wars print on it. And, then you could refill it for $2. Yes, I do know that, Lena, that you can get the popcorn on the side. Because, in fact, whenever they first started, I was at well, I'm sure they had them all the time, but I was going to get one many years ago on the last year Osborne Lights was, and they had a really cute Pluto one. And I was going to get it and just buy the bucket. And then you get the popcorn on the side. So I knew that, and but I don't really need the popcorn buckets. The one I have now, I did buy one on one of my August trips, and I actually handed it off to the next family. So that I ran into because I was like, how am I going to put this in my baggage and everything? After I did that, I kind of wished I would have kept it because when I did go back, I ended up rebuying one because it's after you go to another park and you're watching a show and everything for $2, cheap snack. It feeds everybody and everything. Hello, Mike Wheeler. Thank you for joining. Hello, This Our Dreams. Thank you for joining. I'll go ahead and show some things that I gotten in the mail today. I know Mickey Sightings was going to pick up one for me, but I would appreciate if he still would, unless I get down there. But somebody had sent me a festival passport for the Festival of Arts in the mail, and it looks really cool. I just kind of opened it now, but it has all the different stuff that's going on. And it looks like they have like little stickers and stuff like that. So it just tells you where certain things are. Like they have a new location for an animation academy. Yeah, I would, if I got the Millennium Falcon, if I had like a little room, I would put it in, like hang it. Somebody had said that I think another guy like, why don't you hang it from your ceiling or something? Because it does light up and everything like that, and it has a really cool lanyard to it. Yeah, that would be great, Mickey Sightings. So, because I always like to have a couple different ones and put them in different things. But it does tell you all the different stuff that they'll have. They have the Disney Broadway concert series. I did see that Kenzie and Tracy were sitting in the theater for that. And they had a really good afternoon stream. So if you didn't get to watch their stream around Epcot, they really had a good time, and Tracy was eating his way around the world there at all the different booths. I think he beat Jeff from This Our Dreams out on the eating thing, but a lot of the food looked pretty tasty, and it is a festival that hopefully I will get to one day or another. Yeah, it seemed like every time they moved to a different country, he came back with something. Not that, yes, and Kenzie did get to meet Paige O'Hara. They bought 2 pieces of the art that they were selling for her to sign. And then I did see that they got a really cute baby Yoda print that hello, Waldo Graham's Dougie, thank you for joining. But this has stickers in it, so I guess once you get to those different places, you place the stickers in your booklet. I think Tracy said there was something else. I don't know if there was like another cookie type of thing experience. Will have to go back because I was in and out while I was at work and then at lunchtime. But like different things, if you bought a cookie or yeah, on the back here, if you buy the thing, you get the stamps. And once you get to the last one, you get a complimentary culinary treat. So that's this one. And I guess this is the list. If you get any one of these items, then you get a stamp over here, and then you get a complimentary culinary treat, and it's some type of decadent delight. So probably a cookie or some sort of thing. Yes, I did see that. In fact, they bought two of the paint cookies because I guess the first one Tracy kind of started painting it before they got to take pictures and everything like that. But it looks like there's a lot of good different foods and different booths. A lot of neat art there if you're really into the art. The other big highlight, and I know my niece loves that with the Broadway, different Broadway concert series at the American Gardens. There are some of the people that were performing or will be performing. For different dates. Like next weekend, Kara Lindsay and Kevin Massey will be there. And then Adam Jacobs and Leanna Hunt will be there next weekend. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. I was just kind of looking to see any type of things. They have the paint by number experience. That was something a lot of people like to do. So there's just a lot of good different things. That's the only thing. I guess that's probably why I know, like, the summertime at Disney, they always say it's the peak time. But at Epcot, it's the deadest time because they don't have a festival going on. And I'm sure that's so they could get ready for the next coming up festivals because you figure they go from food and wine, and then they added the holiday festival, and then they go right into the a little short break during marathon week and weekend, and right into the Festival of Arts. Hello, Tracy Glenn. Thank you for joining. And then they probably take a week or two, or even get ready to start the Flower and Garden Festival. I'm not sure when that actually starts, but it just keeps going. And then once the Festival of Gardens ends, then they have that slow period until mid-August, towards the end of August, when they start up Food and Wine again. But it's a pretty neat book. They usually have these by the gates or at little, probably information booths around the World Showcase. Okay. Probably look for you on stream if you run into the Resort TV 1 crew, Tracy. Because that's where they're at this evening. That's why I'm not going to stay on too much longer. But, so if anybody's traveling February 19th and more and you really want to ride Smuggler's Run, yes, that is Figment. And I wasn't sure, some of the things, I guess, yeah, they use Figment for this. So, I also know they're going to go around, from what Resort TV 1 said, they may go around to the monorail resorts and everything like that. So You could always catch them at one of the places there because they thought about they may end up taking the monorail around just to hang out or go listen to the music at the Grand Floridian and everything. So they're, and it looked like when before I came on, they were on the TTA. But yeah, if you have any trips planned February 19th and you really want to ride Smuggler's Run, start looking for those fast passes because I've seen a lot of different posts where people were already changing around some of their fast passes to get the Smuggler's Run. So that'll be a must do. And then I'll show you a few of the pins that I had gotten. This is the limited release Figment for the Festival of Arts. That's their Figment, I believe, is the mascot for that. But that's a limited release Figment. Keller Company is what they're doing for the Festival of Arts. Yeah, by the way, art check. Yeah, I was wondering because it kind of looked like it might end up raining or something. That's the way the clouds. And then this one was the actual pass holder Festival of the Arts one. But this was the pass holder pin. Yeah, make sure you pack that up or carry it real good on the airplane. Unfortunately, I can't read to see what the size is of the limited edition. No way to glare. Hello, Anthony Manzano. But that was the pass holder one. And then I have two more. The Figment Keller Company. And then this is another one. This is a limited edition one. It's kind of like a hanging one. Oh, that'll be fun to go back in the morning there. And then this is the last and limited edition one. It's actually Figment with the paintbrush. Well, it's actually a paintbrush. And I guess the theme is the Figment Keller Company, because that's all the different paintbrushes. And that one's limited edition also. Well, anybody that's staying on property or at one of the Good Neighbor hotels gets 60 days out to book their fast passes. I know Hollywood Studios and Epcot have tiers. And the Magic Kingdom is not tiered, but Hollywood Studios and Epcot are tiered. So I know Hollywood Studios will be changing up their tiers. Or tier 1's going to be Smuggler's Run and Slinky Dog Dash. And then they said everything else will be tier 2. And then in Epcot, it's usually Soarin', Frozen, and Test Track. Right now, Test Track is down for a refurbishment. Then I saw something else was going down for a refurbishment for a little bit. Actually, the Muppets is going down for a refurbishment. And in fact, the one side of the park, the only attraction open on that side is Mission Space, because Test Track, and then they don't have anything else going. And then on the other side, everything's up and running as far as I know. Yes, it is that time of year. Plus, Epcot, at least the beginning of the park is all under construction anyway, so a lot of good things. Yes, Mickey sightings. They had a lot of good stuff. The pass holder T-shirts looked really nice. Um, they had, like you said, the mugs. I saw the magic bands. My problem is I have too many already, and so and especially from Epcot, I have the Illuminations one, and I have a Skyliner one. It's just a regular limited release Skyliner one. And then I got the Festival of the Holidays one. And then I had the Epcot 35th anniversary. I like to wait and see if like the Animal Kingdom gets anything out, or wait until the 50th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom and get a magic band from that. Yeah, I'll be kind of curious when they. Hello, Noah. Thank you for joining. I'm curious, like when they're actually gonna officially start the celebration for the 50 years. Whether they're gonna start it in October of 2021, or if they'll start it in January 2021, or if it's gonna go 2021 all the way through 2022 October. I can't remember how they did the 25th anniversary. I know I was down there in the summertime in June. Okay, no problem. Have a great night, Tracy. Have fun. I'm sure you will anytime you're in Disney. So have a great night, Tracy. Thank you for joining. So, so it'll be interesting to see. I know when Disneyland, I think, had their 60th anniversary. One of my siblings was out there with their family, and I think it wasn't supposed to start until July, and they started leaking some merchandise out, but I think most of it all came out after the official anniversary date. No, they don't have tier one fast. They don't have tiers at the Magic Kingdom, Anthony. They don't have a tier system at the Magic Kingdom. Only Epcot and Hollywood Studios has the tiers, and Animal Kingdom does not either. For the most part, I don't mind the fast pass system. I mean, there's times that going solo. A lot of times I can pick up various fast passes here or there. Sometimes I get lucky and I can score a flight of passage. So I've only been there once or twice on the flight of passage, because I'm not usually at the Animal Kingdom as much. My last two trips, I pretty much went into the Animal Kingdom for two fast passes and walked around and then left. And so it'll be interesting to see if Flight of Passage will start becoming available a little bit more. I don't see the wait time going down unless they would put out something spectacular, but right now Animal Kingdom, I think, is pretty much set till after everything else gets done. I think because of so there's not as many attractions there, maybe. So because there's only a minimal amount of rides. So if you got lucky, if they let everybody get Slinky Dog, Smuggler's Run, and Tower of Terror, then other people won't have a chance to at least get to ride one of those threes. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, and one of the times that we went, it was at the end of the evening, and the Flight of Passage line wasn't long, so we got lucky there, and that's how I got to ride Navi River Journey, because it was pretty much a walk-on towards the end of the evening, and we had a fast pass for Flight of Passage. Another time, we both were able to just that morning jump on and see. And that was at a time too where they were kind of opening the park, and people got their rope drop and they had fast passes for later if they got on in the morning they would drop their fast passes. So it's always good to like check around whenever you actually even get there. I know people get discouraged, but the only problem is when you're with probably more than 2 or 3 people, probably more than 2 people, you may not be able to get those fast passes, especially if you're trying to get your whole family fast passes for a certain ride. So that's the only thing. No problem, Mickey settings. So I know a lot of times being there solo, I have no problem picking up like Tower of Terror. I didn't really get a chance to get the Slinky Dog this time around. But I was able to get Toy Story Mania. That's one of my favorites. Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, and then all the minor ones if I wanted to do them, like the Frozen Show or Star Tours, Indiana Jones, Muppets. So, yeah, the Slinky Dog ride. When I first got to ever ride it, I rode it a bunch of times because they had extra more. They had actually opened the park early because it was like that first July of when it opened, and I got up and just got in line a couple times before they started letting in the regular day people. So that was kind of a benefit there of staying on property, being able to take advantage of those extra morning hours. At when Slinky Dog opened, they had started opening the park even earlier, kind of like what they did for Rise of the Resistance. And now I don't know if they're still kind of doing that anymore, where they had those extra magic hours or extra opening the hours, unless the gates are really swamped. But I think they only let you go down Hollywood Boulevard. I don't think they have the whole park open. So, okay, yeah, wow, that's a long time. Like, because you figure 2018, 2019, and it opened in 2018. So, wow, that's a really long time. Wow. Yeah, the Flight of Passage was long, even if you had the fast passes, but it does cut your time in half. I was never there for the opening summer Flight of Passage, so if I got on it, I got on it. If I didn't, it was like, okay, I'll get on it eventually. And that's what happened. I was there in July of 2018. Early morning, I just thought I would check around because I knew we were possibly, and I was able to pick up the Flight of Passage. And Slinky Dog, I had fast passes for my August trip, but since the hurricane was coming, I ended up having to let them go because I wasn't going to be there for the ride. So some lucky person was able to pick up Slinky Dog, but then the park's emptied out anyway, so people were walking on rides for that week. So, okay, Fulton, thank you. But that's pretty much it. Um, I know I know for sure a trip for me will be in April doing the 5K for the Star Wars. And I'm working on my mileage for the virtual half marathon for Star Wars. And so I'll be doing that in April. Okay, just another Disney. Yeah, I'm gonna probably get off here in about 5 minutes anyway, because I've been on about an hour, and I know, with Resort TV One on, and plus it's Friday night, so a lot of people, I don't know, would if a lot of people still go out on Friday nights, or they have family night at home on Friday nights or whatever. So thank you for joining, Frankie. I never really had a problem for the fast passes for the safari, so I pretty much have always gotten it whenever I planned them. Oh, okay, Noah. Well, it depends on when you're going in June. You might run into a bunch of YouTubers because I know they're planning on going down. A lot of them in June. I'm guessing it's towards the end of June, like that middle to end of June. So, depending on when you're going, Noah, you might end up meeting a lot of different guys and friends. Hello, Pam's fam and Lucky 3. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I was gonna see if my sister they were planning because we went last year, like the last week of June, and it was really nice. But we also did some off-site parks. Okay, Monarch moments. Yeah, um, like I say, when you're kind of solo at times, or um, a lot of times if I'm traveling with my sister and her family, I let them get the fast passes. So they just say, "Hey, is this okay?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." And sometimes we split our fast passes, especially like at Epcot, they might want to do Mission Space, and I'll give my choices. It's usually like Living with the Land if we get Frozen or Test Track, whatever. And a lot of times we're at Epcot a couple times, so it's not just the one time. So, yes, I do like Expedition Everest. A lot of times when I ride Expedition Everest, I usually get into the single rider line unless I pick up a fast pass, but I usually don't fast pass that. I usually do the single rider line if it's open. And I did ride that on my last Disney trip, and I was live during that time, so you can always check one of those streams out. I did drop a video yesterday or this morning of the John Hines History Center in Pittsburgh. That was more picture taking and everything like that, but I also did a live stream. So you can, back in December, I did a live stream at the John Hines History Center. And then I did feature some pictures and stuff on a video, so you could always check that out on my channel. Just make sure if you are new, I do appreciate if you would subscribe and then hit the like button. And that's pretty much it, unless you have other questions or if anybody else has any other comments. Yeah, it could be kind of jerky because it goes fast, but I feel it's a smooth track. Um, if anything, I wish they would refurb Space Mountain because I think that's a little bit rough and it's older. And 4 pins. And I'll show you all 4. But these are 2 of them. And I believe there was only 4. They probably could have other ones, but these were the only 4 that I knew of. So these are 2 of them. Then here is the 3rd one. Ah, yes, Monarch moments. I did reload some special prizes for trivia. I just feel that maybe people might get tired of trivia, and I like to talk about Disney and everything. Yeah, I'm suspecting some of them might be still available, and they may have other ones, but these were the ones that a lot of the other people were showing. I'm not sure if there's other ones out there. And also look to see if they have any of the Space Mountain ones still available or anything. You never know, because I know some people were talking about possibly checking the different resorts like the All Stars and Pop Century resorts if they do it. Oh, you're welcome. This our dreams, Angela. If that is Angela, but you're using emojis, so I'm guessing it's Angela. Oh no, I won't stop it. I just don't want to do it every day because I don't, or like every other day or something. But if people aren't bored with it, I still have lots of questions for trivia. In fact, if you wanted to do a quick round, I can do that because I have the one game close by. But but if people need to hang out, I can understand that also. Oh, okay, Angela. Hello, Angela. Tell the rest of the family I said hello. But that's pretty much my discussion about fast passes. Sometimes I wish that they weren't there because you wonder what the lines are like, but other times I'm kind of glad they are there. It'll be interesting to see if Rise of the Resistance will ever end up becoming a fast pass ride. And then also, there was a rumor or something that the Mickey's Runaway Railway may be a boarding pass system also, because they were saying because it's a trackless system. But does that mean Ratatouille would end up doing that because that's a trackless system too? I am looking forward to Ratatouille coming out. My niece got to ride that in Disneyland Paris, and that was one of her favorite rides of the time. So, um, okay, Mike, that's no problem. But that was one of her favorite rides at Disneyland Paris was the Ratatouille ride. So she's very excited about that coming on board, and plus all the other ones, the Guardian of the Galaxy coaster, and of course Tron coaster. So, so that was pretty much it. Yes, that's right. Yeah, I forgot you have that. So, um, so that'll be good. You don't have to. You can always still. There you go. You can double dip and get up and still get your boarding pass. And then if you want to ride it again, you can. You'll have your fast pass to use also. So you could do that route too. So unless you only have time for the one day or one time, probably depends on how long the line. But usually, I know the one time when I had the fast pass, they actually took us through the fast pass line. But then another time we had the fast pass, and they still made us get into the boarding pass line. They didn't have the fast pass line open. And I know one guy, he was pretty upset that we had to go through the whole line. Hello, Once Upon an Adventure, Melanie. Thank you for joining. But but yeah, it's that way. Maybe you get your boarding pass and then go ahead and use your fast pass or whatever. But that would do that. But but that's pretty much all I had this evening. If you want to play trivia, I can get out some questions. If you need to all get going, that's fine also. Um, yeah, you sort of do. You just kind of miss going winding through a lot of that. You end up in the room before you go into the room with BB-8 and everything. So you kind of get into that room where you line up. So it would just be differently. Oh yes, yes, Melanie. I could see where some people would be upset with that. Hello, Jeff Orangebird. I'm gonna fix my chat real quick, so hang on a moment. Yeah, you just kind of missed the cave part, and that, but you actually come out. You only miss the rooms before the BB-8 room. So you still go into the BB-8 room, but you're in the little cave area right before that where they put you into the rooms that go into there. Hang on one moment. I'm gonna restart something because my chat froze. No, we'll do it. Okay, everyone. Sorry about that. Yeah, my chat kind of froze and I wanted to correct it, so I do thank you. So hopefully it's back. But if you want to play some trivia, I can grab some quick questions and we'll do that for a little bit and then I'll end the stream. So I'll be right back. I'll grab the questions. It'll be just a couple questions, maybe like 5 cards. Or if I grab one of the lists, it might have 10 questions on there. So I'll be right back. What did I do with my backpack? Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, yes, thank you, Monarch Moments. Yeah, she likes sitting up behind her. I think she thinks she's a cat. Or acts like a cat. Okay. We'll go ahead with the first questions. Now, this is all the same questions, and what happens is the first question, you pick one of the characters that I name. The second question, you pick 2 of the characters that I name. And, oh, thank you, Melanie. That's very nice of you for doing that. Thank you. So, and to be fair, it is like a picture thing like this, but if Mike Wheeler wants to play, I do not show the pictures because it's not fair to him. So I just give you the characters' names. But that's how it is. It's like a Pictopia game, but it's a trivia game. But I don't want to not include anyone who is visually impaired or whatever. So I do not show the pictures. I just tell the characters. But these will be the characters, which is Robin Hood, but it depending on the questions. But here we go. And the first question, which one of these characters' fathers is a king? A, Robin Hood, B, Pocahontas, C, Mulan, or D, Merida. Or Merida, sorry, Merida. It's not Pocahontas. And Once Upon an Adventure got it first with Merida. Or Merida, sorry. But it is Merida. Once Upon an Adventure's got it. The next question, you have to give two of the characters on the question. So in order to get the point, you have to name both characters. Which two of these characters dress up in disguise? Robin Hood, Pocahontas, Mulan, or Merida. Merida. Which of these two characters dress up in disguise? Robin Hood. And Pam's fam got it first with Mulan and Robin Hood. Mulan and Robin Hood both dress up in disguise. So Pam's fam got it first. So Pam's fam got a point. But it was Mulan and Robin Hood. Way to go, Pam. The next one, you have to name all three characters that I say. But here we go. Which three of these characters are skilled in archery? Which three of these characters are skilled in archery? A. Robin Hood, B. Pocahontas, C. Mulan, or D. Merida? Thank you, Mike. And Pam's fam got it correct first. Pam's fam got it right first. Congratulations, Pam. Uh-oh, Monarch Moments. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, Pocahontas, yeah, it's a little different. Come on, Monarch Moments, where's Hannah? She's usually on fire. Okay, the next question is just one answer. Which one of these characters lives in Scotland? Which one of these characters lives in Scotland? A. Robin Hood, B. Pocahontas, C. Mulan, or D. Merida? And Pam's fam is on fire. But Pam's fam is on fire. There's a point for Pam's fam. Now this is just a fun question to see what people, this is just for fun and it's just asking you, but which one of these characters would you most want to follow into battle? So it's your opinion of which character that you would want to follow into battle. Would you want to follow Robin Hood, Pocahontas, Mulan, or Merida? It's just a fun question. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just an opinion question. Because what it is which one of these characters would I most want to follow into battle? I'm guessing myself, I would probably want to follow Mulan. Because she is pretty tough. And Merida was probably a close with the bow and arrow and that, but Robin Hood, but Mulan really was a good fighter on that one. But that's just a fun question for everything. I'll go on to the next group of questions and next characters. Here we go. Which one of these characters celebrates her unbirthday? Which one of these characters celebrates her unbirthday? A. Cinderella, B. Alice in Wonderland, C. Snow White, or D. Giselle from Enchanted? And Jeff Orangeburg got it correct with Alice. So Jeff Orangeburg. Maybe the name change helped you, Jeff. But it is Alice. Ah, today's your unbirthday. It's probably everybody's unbirthday. It's not the Queen of Hearts. It's just one of the characters that I name that you have to answer Monarch Moments. So it's just one of the characters that you have to name. Okay, we're going to go on to the next question. You will be naming two of the characters that I name that pertain to this question. That's interesting. Which two of these characters takes bites from poison apples? Which two of these characters take bites from poisoned apples? A. Cinderella, B. Alice in Wonderland, C. Snow White, D. Giselle from Enchanted. There's no Sleeping Beauty. It's only from these characters that I'm naming. Cinderella, Alice in Wonderland, Snow White, and Giselle. And actually, Once Upon an Adventure got it correct because of the spelling is correct. Is Giselle. Sorry, Pam's fam, you got it, but the spelling of the name is Giselle. So Once Upon an Adventure got the point. Better watch. The next one, you answer three of the characters that I'm naming. Which three of these characters get birds and other animals to help them with their chores? A. Cinderella, B. Alice in Wonderland, C. Snow White, D. Enchanted Giselle. You have to name three of the characters. And Pam's fam got it correct. She is on fire, Pam's fam. It is Giselle, Snow White, and Cinderella. Good job, Pam. And then this one is just one of the characters. Which one of these characters works as a housemaid for her stepmother and stepsister? Which one of these characters works as a housemaid for her stepmother and stepsister? Cinderella, Alice, Snow White, or Giselle? And it is Once Upon an Adventure with Cinderella. Okay. That's weird. This one might not work because that's more of a picture. So we'll go. Okay, here we go. Next questions. Which one of these couples is seen fixing up their dream home on their wedding day? Which one of these couples is seen fixing up their dream home on their wedding day? A. Beast and Belle, B. Ellie and Carl, C. Thomas O'Malley and Duchess, or D. Cinderella and Prince Charming. And Once Upon an Adventure got it first with Carl and Ellie. So right now, Pam's fam and Once Upon an Adventure both have 4. Jeff Orangebird has 1. We'll go on to the next question. This will be 2 of the characters that I name, or 2 of the couples I name. Which two of these couples travel to Paris? Which two of these couples travel to Paris? Beauty and the Beast, Ellie and Carl, Thomas O'Malley and Duchess, Cinderella and Prince Charming. Which two of these couples travel to Paris? Uh-oh. No, Once Upon an Adventure. You got half the answer, and so does Monarch Moments. But Pam's fam got it with Beauty and the Beast and Thomas O'Malley and Duchess. So Pam's fam got the answer correct. Probably what I'll have to do sometime is with those, whoever gets one of the answers, you get a point. If you get all three, you get 3 points. Like that. But right now, Pam's fam got it correct. We'll go on to the next question. Yes, Beauty and the Beast does take place in France. So that was probably more obvious on that one. Yeah, they did there. Okay, the next one is 3 answers. And you'll have to give all 3. Which 3 of these couples are together at the end of their movies? Which 3 of these couples are together at the end of their movies? Beast and Belle, Ellie and Carl, Thomas O'Malley and Duchess, Cinderella and Prince Charming. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all the live actions out there that they have. I've only seen bits and pieces of the Cinderella live action. Oh, Pam. You misspelled beauty. So it's going to be Once Upon an Adventure. But Pam is fast there. But she got Thomas O'Malley and Duchess, Beauty and the Beast, and Cinderella and Prince Charming. But there's misspellings. Sorry, Pam. But it's Once Upon an Adventure on there. Uh-oh, my pen is breaking. Plus Cinderella, you had too many A's on there. Or maybe not. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, next question. Which one of these couples has known each other since childhood? Which one of these couples has known each other since childhood? Beauty and the Beast, Carl and Ellie, Thomas O'Malley and Duchess, Cinderella and Prince Charming. And Once Upon an Adventure answered first with Carl and Ellie. But Once Upon an Adventure got it first with Carl and Ellie. Grab another card. Okay, here we go. Which one of these characters has to have their arm stitched? Which one of these characters has to have their arm stitched? Woody, King Fergus, Captain Hook, or Edgar? And Noah got it first with Woody. Welcome to the board, Noah. With Woody. Sorry, it's Fidget the Bat from the Great Mouse Detective. But no, the answer was Woody. But whenever I was looking at the names, sorry about that. Okay, yeah, but Sally isn't on the answers. This is what the picture looks like. These are the characters that you'll be wanting to answer. Okay, here we go. Which two of these characters are swordsmen? Which two of these characters are swordsmen? A. Woody, B. King Fergus, C. Fidget the Bat, D. Captain Hook. And Pam Swam got it first with Captain Hook and King Fergus. So Pam Swam got it first. Fidget is from the Great Mouse Detective. He's Fidget the Bat from the Great Mouse Detective. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a long time, The Great Mouse Detective. I'm not sure if it's on Disney Plus or not. But Pam Swam got the points. And it was Hook and Fergus. That's interesting. Okay, here we go. Which three of these characters have prosthetics? Which three of these characters have prosthetics? Woody, A. Woody, B. King Fergus, C. Fidget the Bat, D. Captain Hook. Yes, I was going to say it is Noah. And Pam's fam got it first with Fergus, Captain Hook, and Fidget. So Pam's fam got it first with Fidget, Hook, and Fergus. King Fergus is from Brave. King Fergus is from Brave. And the last question of the cards is which one of these characters says ride like the wind bullseye? Yes, he is Merida's father. And Jeff Orangebird got it first with Woody. This one's like a play Disney, so I don't think we would get that. Okay, I'm the king of the world. Here we go. Next question. And this one is based on movies, and I'll give you the name of the movies. Which one of these movies includes an evil witch, a royal wedding, and a dingle hopper? A. The Little Mermaid, B. Cinderella, C. Toy Story 3, D. Enchanted. And Once Upon an Adventure got it with The Little Mermaid. So Once Upon an Adventure got it with The Little Mermaid. Right now, Once Upon an Adventure and Pam's Fam both have 7. Jeff Orangebird has 2. And Noah has 1 point. Okay, on the next question, you have to name 2 of them. Which 2 of these movies include characters with the last name of Tremaine? Which 2 of these movies include characters with the last name of Tremaine? A. The Little Mermaid, B. Cinderella, C. Toy Story 3, D. Enchanted. Yeah, you're pretty far ahead of Monarch Moments. And Once Upon an Adventure got it with Cinderella and Enchanted. Once Upon an Adventure got it first. But it was Enchanted and Cinderella. We'll go on to the next one. You have to name three of them. Three of the movies. Here we go. Which three of these movies are musicals? Which three of these movies are musicals? A. The Little Mermaid. B. Cinderella. C. Toy Story 3. Or D. Enchanted. And Pam Spam got it first with all the correct spelling. So we're still tied there with Pam Spam. Sorry, Jeff Orangeburg, Beauty and the Beast was not on the list. The last question on the card. Which one of these movies includes a character named Mr. Pricklepants? Which one of these movies includes a character named Mr. Pricklepants? Okay, Monarch Moments. Yeah, I'm going to do probably one more card and then I'll end the stream. And Once Upon an Adventure got it first with Toy Story 3. Boy, Pam Spam and Once Upon an Adventure keeps trading spots. And this will be the last card of the evening. Have a great night, Monarch Moments. Ooh, let's see if people know this, because this is old movies. But these are characters. Which one of these characters is unable to cross a covered bridge? Which one of these characters is unable to cross a covered bridge? A. Mr. Toad. B. Mole. C. Rat. D. Headless Horseman. Bye, Hannah. Not Mr. Toad. Which one of these characters is unable to cross a bridge? And Pam Spam got it with the Headless Horseman. So Pam Spam got it with the Headless Horseman. Make sure nobody else got it, but it was Pam Spam with the Headless Horseman. Well, you're the only one that answered, and then you did correct it before anybody else tried to. Okay, here we go. Which two of these characters are close friends with a once wealthy and still reckless adventurer? A. Mr. Toad. B. Mole. C. Rat. D. Headless Horseman. Hello, just another Disney. Thank you for joining back. Which two of these characters are close friends with a once wealthy and still reckless adventurer? A. Mr. Toad. B. Mole. C. Rat. Or D. Headless Horseman. It's not Mr. Toad and Mole, but it is Once Upon an Adventure got it correct with Mole and Rat. They were actually friends with Mr. Toad. Oh, no problem, Pam. But Once Upon an Adventure got it first. The next one, I'll need 3 answers. 3 answers. Which 3 of these characters are from the story called The Wind in the Willows? Which three of these characters are from the story called The Wind and the Willows? A. Mr. Toad, B. Mole, C. Rat, D. Headless Horseman. And actually, Once Upon a Adventure got it first with Mr. Toad, Rat, and Mole. Yes, they are old movies. It's The Wind in the Willows and The Adventures of Ichabod Crane and Mr. Toad. And the last question of the evening is, which one of these characters is from the story called The Legend of Sleepy Hollow? Mr. Toad, Mole, Rat, Headless Horseman. And Once Upon an Adventure got it first with the Headless Horseman. And she is the winner for this evening. So she got the very last question, and she actually came out with 12 points. Pam's Fam had 9 points. Jeff Orangebird had 2 points. And Noah had 1 point. But that is the end of the game, and Once Upon an Adventure won the game. Great job, everyone. Oh. Okay. Okay, thank you, everyone, and have a great evening. I do appreciate that everybody has come on. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're new, please consider subscribing. And actually, Mike, you get 1 point for being our slash guy, emoji slash guy. Thank you very much. Have a great evening, and let the adventures begin. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.